Welcome to 7 Degrees Funny Podcast.
Like the actual animal
Yeah,
orangutans?
dude. Yeah, I love them.
Is it for class or is it
Yeah,
just because you
it's-
like
Yeah,
orangutans?
they're just on my Twitter. I was like, I need to look at some orangutan videos.
Really?
I love those guys.
Are they as dangerous as they seem?
They gotta be. I feel like, because those aren't the ones that are ripping people's faces off, but
Yeah.
because I don't think people keep them in the wild, but they.
Dude, I saw a video the other day, like silverbacks got out in like the UK zoo or something, and the trainers were still in there.
Oh.
Like they were in their enclosure, but the trainers were still, the people feeding them were in there with a silverback.
Ooh, dude, did you see? It was a little kid, probably like the same age as yours is about, like seeing a monkey, and she like started beating her chest, and this like silverback like ran up at the glass and like hip checked it and almost shattered it, like cracked it.
Wow.
Like these parents like scooped up like this kid as fast as they could, but like this thing ran at her full speed. 'Cause she was,
Jesus. Disrespected.
yeah, she was. I'm gonna do the monkey thing, and
Bro.
I was like, I'll kill you, little girl.
Yeah.
That's a wild thing.
You can tell that wasn't from his seed.
Yeah, he was, like, this is not mine.
This is not my kid. Yeah. The dogs are gonna be horrible this whole episode, Hunter,
They're chilling.
because they need food and they do not get the concept of daylight savings.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is, he's literally carrying around his bowl and dropping it and just being like, hey, just so you know, I have this thing and it's empty.
My cat got so mad about daylight savings time, he threw up on the floor next to the bed.
Really?
In 1 hour, couldn't do it. He was like, I'm gonna.
I've had that dog mad at me, and she grabbed my Costas off the counter and chewed up the stems. All I did was take the trash to the dumpster.
They get so possessive.
They do.
So possessive.
So we have Hunter Stewart here.
It's Hunter
right?
Stewart, that's me. Yes.
Hunter Stewart, that's your name?
Hello.
Yes, we have Hunter Stewart. We actually recorded before, but somebody, our assistant, completely botched the recording,
Oh.
and we have since fired that assistant, and we have come back, and now we're here.
I went on Fiverr. I gave him a bad review for you.
Yes, thank you.
This guy, don't let
I'll
this guy.
never hire someone from Fiverr again.
Fiverr. Yeah, don't. Yeah, that TaskRabbit. Oh, sorry, I'm Hunter. That's me.
Hunter Stewart.
Hunter Stewart.
And I'm so happy you came back, dude.
Yeah.
We had got a better chair this time. Last time it was just a
Yeah.
little bitty chair. You,
Tiny baby chair.
what's up with the pit vipers, bro? You,
Dude,
you just fucking-
I am
you playing some baseball?
chilling every single day. Yeah, I look like because I wear these when I drive. I do look like I could give you a steady like 2 inning relief before you gotta pull me out. Like he's gonna fall apart after that. You know.
You at least look like a coach or something. You know, like you're out there coaching these kids. You're like, come on! You're chewing gum a lot.
Yeah, it's clearly I want tobacco, but I can't. It's bad for the kids.
Yeah, it's a tobacco-free school. You can't have nicotine there.
Dude, we found with my senior year of high school, we found our tobacco-free school sign shoved in the back of like a book closet because the principal would dip in the study hall,
Oh wow!
and he was just like,
He was tired of seeing that sign.
yeah, he just wouldn't put it up.
He probably was out of dip that day.
Yeah, it was like Yeah, somebody used to run out before I started going to school there. He would walk in like the boys' locker area, and he'd be like, "All right, fellas, assume the position," and he'd like frisk them all. But what he was doing was he was looking for the circle, and he would take their dip because they weren't supposed to have it at school. He put it in his desk.
Oh, nice. Oh man, he had just a steady stream of
Yeah,
dip.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. What a racket. You know?
Smart.
Hey, but if you gotta deal with kids, you might as well make a profit, or at least not have to buy something out of it. You know.
Dude, I can't. He was just teaching me government. Like,
Imagine how many
nicotine.
like really nice pocket knives a
Oh,
teacher,
yeah.
like a principal has, or dean.
Yeah, before they started like being like, "You're going to prison for this." Like,
Yeah.
It's mine now.
Yeah. I accidentally brought a pocket knife to elementary school in like 3rd grade, and I got like expelled for like 3 days because of it.
God, that is such a classic thing.
But it was an accident.
Yeah.
It was 3rd grade.
It's a cool thing to have, and they're like, you
yeah.
can do crimes today.
And the only kid I showed was like like this country kid who had a farm and stuff. And I showed him, and this kid went and told on me. I was like,
Oh.
what a douche.
What a
Levi.
snitch. Yeah, what's his name?
Levi.
Levi?
I don't remember his last name. It was a long time ago.
Levi, wherever you're at.
Yeah, in Etowah, North Carolina, you piece of shit fucking ratted on me.
Donkey of the
All
day.
I had was a little bitty Swiss Army pocket knife.
Swiss Army? You took utility from this man.
I did. I had a toothpick on there that I really needed.
You needed it.
I needed it.
You needed it.
I used that thing for survival. You don't know where I came from. You were raised on a farm. I was raised in the streets.
Yeah, the mean streets.
Levi.
Mean streets
of North Carolina.
Etowah, North Carolina.
Etowah, North
Oh,
Carolina.
streets are saying.
Yeah,
It's getting rougher every day.
it is.
Etowah, North Carolina.
Etowah.
Is that near anything, or is that
Yeah,
just...
near Sliding Rock. You know where Sliding Rock is?
No.
Sliding Rock. A lot of people know where Sliding Rock is. Yeah, near Asheville.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay, now you're.
Heard? You know who Steve Martin is? The Cheap Ride Dozen plays a banjo.
Yeah.
He lives out in Brevard, like Asheville, Brevard area. Yeah.
It's the
Some
best.
people know. You know, if you're in that, thing.
Sorry, I'm not a real.
If you're into good music,
I'm not a real South Carolina head.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Okay, you are a piece of
Oh,
shit.
my bad, dude. I'm getting my Carolina.
Get out of here! Our first guest get kicked
I
out.
thought
Just
you were
kidding,
from
just kidding.
Georgia, anyways, this whole time.
Yeah, but Georgia, North Carolina.
You know what I asked yesterday? I said, the last time I was here, I was talking about I get jealous of Derek's accent
Yeah,
because we're from the same place. And I saw Adam Bowles yesterday.
Adam Bowles. Yeah,
And he's from Georgia too.
Yeah.
And I was like, you ever get jealous of Lamar's accent? Because he's got just a nice kind of little southern twang going on, and you sound like this, but you're from Georgia too. He goes, no, I don't think so.
no, I have such a metal of like different accents though, because I was raised kind of in North Carolina, kind of in Georgia, both hillbillies, but different kinds of hillbillies. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's like an Appalachia versus.
Yeah, well, they're both Appalachian,
yeah.
but different parts because
Mhm.
Northwest Georgia, I was in the mountains,
Mhm.
but it's a different kind of hillbilly from Asheville hillbilly.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but it is. And
Okay.
then I came down to Florida,
Mhm.
and like there's like Southern Florida people, and you go through like high school a little bit, and you
Yeah.
just live around it. You kind of get a little bit of that too
Oh.
growing up.
Dude,
So like I think I'm like 3 accents of basically nothing.
just under layers,
Mhm.
peeling back the layers. And Outdoor J, they sound.
Yeah, I spent a year.
Insane.
I lived out in Munson for a little bit actually, right out in Jay. I actually got my hand sewn up in Jay. I went.
They
I.
got medical technology out
Oh
there?
man, I tell you, it's pretty bad. I was sawing a stick when I was like 16. I was sawing it so I could go walking out in Jay, and they have so many rattlesnakes out there
Uh-huh.
that you need something to fucking hit something with.
Yeah.
And so I was sawing that, and it got the blade got pinched in the wood because it was like tangled up in vines, so it was like bone like that, and it had the blade pinched. I, for some dumb reason, took my hand off the branch when I went to rip out, and it went,
Oh. Ew.
and it cut the artery. So it's like every time a heart beat, it would go goosh, goosh, goosh. And I went inside, and it was like all over the walls and shit. I showed my stepdad. I said, Dad. I called him Dad. I said, Dad, it's fucked up, basically. And his first thing out of his mouth, he was like, God damn it! I thought I could trust you with a little bitty saw. Like he was more mad that I fucked up. Than,
Son, I gotta teach you how to learn.
Are you
tools.
fucking idiot? And he's like, all right, let's go. He cleaned it out and wrapped it up, and we went out to the hospital, and my hand was fisted up like that because it was like no blood and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I was hurting, and so it was spread apart like up to almost to my knuckle, a little bit farther back. But it was a clean cut, but the skin was spread apart. And the nurses there were like, we don't think you have enough skin to put that back together. And I was like, are you kidding me? I put my own hand it was in iodine, so
Uh-huh.
I put my hand out of the iodine and pulled it back together. I said, look, it can go back together.
Oh.
To these people, to these
Oh.
people. And I'm like, I should have went to the vet.
Oh,
You-
Dude, I bet out there in the boonies, yeah, going to the vet, get better immediate.
Oh my God, better stitches too. I bet.
Be like, all right, let's fix that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up in a town like less than 1,000 people. I went to college in a town of less than 1,000 people.
Wow, you are from a small town.
Yeah, middle of nowhere. But
Where at?
Well, I'm from Porterville, Mississippi, which is middle of nowhere.
But you don't have an accent.
No, not really. Some people tell me they can hear it. I'm like, well, stop listening so closely.
A little bit.
Saying.
I think when you said the word accent is the
Yeah.
only time I hear.
Well, see, so I went to Livingston. Went to college in Livingston, which is outside Tuscaloosa, and there's a town that's even smaller next to us where the hospital was. And one time, one of my buddies he got so drunk they had a panic attack.
Oh,
He
what?
was like, "Take me." He like threw up and he was like, "I'm dying, I'm dying." And my roommate was like, "Let's just take him to the hospital." So they called an ambulance for him.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
he was begging for an ambulance. Took him there.
Jesus.
He said he woke up the next morning, and another friend of ours was just at the foot of the bed, like, "Hey, what's up?" And they had to like go find a nurse to unlock a door to let them out. Was how basically abandoned this hospital was. There's one nurse's desk where somebody was like, they couldn't find the nurse. They couldn't page anybody. Couldn't find the nurse. They were like, "I need to get out of here. We need to check out." She was like, "Oh, I got you. I'll be right back." And just like customer service, like Dollar General 8 o'clock at night vibes. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
nobody's there.
Well, what time was this? It was like.
This was in the morning. We dropped him off at night. They took him out there at night, and they said he woke up the next morning like 10 or so. Because where's he at? He was at the hospital.
Just sleeping. They just put an IV in him and
Yeah.
put him to sleep.
Yep.
Nice.
Next day he was like, "Why didn't you guys just tell me no?" And they were like, "We did."
We did. You don't listen.
Don't listen. Drunk people don't listen. Connor, wherever you are, come on, man. Come on,
Come on, Connor.
Connor.
Connor, you drunk bastard.
Get
We should bring him on the podcast and get drunk with
He'll
him.
be here in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
He'll be here. Yeah, he's coming to visit. Like, put him in a room. Be like, "Let's drink more." We did the Centurion. You ever heard of that?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's so stupid, dude. It's 100 shots of beer. You do it with beer because it just has 100 shots, or it does with beer. Every 60 seconds for 100 minutes.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Why?
They wanted to do it,
Okay.
and I was like, "Why not?"
I got a buddy who, just because he wanted to see what it felt like, he made sure he was drunk for 38 hours straight.
That sounds miserable.
He stayed up, he stayed awake, and yeah, he did it. And I don't know what that made him feel like, if he felt accomplishment or shame, but I hope a little bit of both.
You know, I gotta say, I'm feeling both right now because I'm talking about doing the Centurion, and I'm like, man, I really do not feel like that was a time well spent, but we did it.
You did it.
I made it to like 94, and I threw up from like the sheer volume, but I like rallied in under a minute. So the guy who we had being our judge was like, "I'll allow it."
Nice.
So I finished the whole thing, and I wasn't drunk either because I had no time to digest anything. Everything was like out, so it was like they were like the other guys who did it were like writhing on the floor. They were like, "I drank too much," and I was like, feel a little upset tummy. But
You're fine. Like, well, you're also a big dude.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
you can consume more.
They
Bro.
also were like shots 95 to 100 Crown Royal, and I was like, no, absolutely not.
No, thank
I'll
you.
never do that to myself. But we did it with Miller Lite, I think.
I don't know. There used to be a bar on the beach, and they would do quarter shot night,
Oh,
and they would spin this wheel, and it would land on a shot. And one time I got Jaeger, and I was like, I drink Jaeger, and so all my friends also knew I drank Jaeger, so they all bought me a quarter shot of Jaeger, thinking they were nice.
mhm.
I did like 9 shots of Jaeger right back to back to back to back
Ooh.
after already drinking.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at like the like steps as like an Olympic like obstacle and shit. I was walking down it, and I threw up in the middle of the night. Woke up to take a pee, and then apparently, and took a pee and woke up on my mom's couch with my wiener hanging out.
Not a place you want to be.
And I'm sure, I don't know who saw it, but yeah, or saw how little it is. But they saw it, and it was shameful. Yeah.
I've never been that bad. I was telling somebody this week the first time I ever drank Mad Dog 2020 was my senior year of college. I made it all the way through college before somebody was like, here.
Here's this.
He handed me one, and he was like, we're going to...
Was he homeless?
No, I was, I mean...
Oh.
Same, it's a fraternity brother, so he might as well have been.
Yeah.
He handed me one, and he had one. He was like, we're going to chug these. And I was like, all right. And that was a bad idea. That was miserable. That's too much sugar and too much liquid, too.
Really?
But later that night, I threw up in 3 different places.
Golly.
I chugged the Mad Dog, continued having a good time, and I was like ready to wind down. Somebody's like, we got vodka.
Who's Keela?
You ever heard of the vodka? It's
Mm-mm.
bad. No, it's a real thing. It's in a thing. It's the Crystal Skull makes it or whatever.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
literally
Oh, the Crystal Skull.
shape.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
And it's vodka and tequila mixed. And I was like, don't give me that.
I've never had it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's not even that it's bad, I would say. I don't remember
It's
it.
bad for you.
Yeah, it just seems like a demonic force. Like they're holding this. Like I'm already like things are kind of blur. I'm like, all right, I think I've had too much fun.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, hey, would you like this
Skull.
this skull? There's a type of, it's like a very medieval type shit. They're like,
Yeah.
you want to drink?
It's like you're joining a cult or something.
Yeah.
Like you're going to die
They
anyway.
have a potion in the skull you can partake of. But I was like, I don't want that. And then like 20 minutes later, somebody's like, oh, hey, we made a drink. Do you want to try some? I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I was like, oh, that's not bad. It tastes like blue like Hawaiian Punch. What's up? So he goes, oh, it's just a little vodka. And I was like, no,
Golly.
no. And then like my night spiraled from there. I just
What'd you
started being
do?
like, now I went upstairs to the homie's room and I was like, hey man, I don't feel so good. And I threw up in his bathroom. Then I cleaned up the toilet, even though I did not. It wasn't messy. I just cleaned up the toilet because I was like, man, I'm sorry. I must have made this look bad. And he was like, no, my roommate's disgusting, dude. The bathroom was already nasty. And I
Oh,
was like,
God.
well,
Nice.
all right.
You probably cleaned it up.
Yeah, and I cleaned it up for him. Then I went down to his kitchen and I was sitting in the kitchen with a bunch of people. And I was like, I don't feel so good. And I threw up in a trash can.
Wow.
And somebody took me back to my dorm room, and the elevator going up made me
Throw up again?
feel so bad. I was like, I'm gonna throw up again, and that was my night. And I don't think I should ever do that. I'm never doing that again. And I've wizened.
You've wizened. You've become grayer, smarter, wiser,
Mistakes, no more-
stronger.
Yeah, no more
That-
mistakes like that.
That can't kill you. It can only make you stronger.
I know, but yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you strong. Isn't that Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson with the Biebs.
God, we didn't deserve Kelly Clarkson.
Mhm.
America didn't deserve. We fumbled the bag.
Yeah, we didn't. Hold on one second. Sorry, we'll clip that out.
Great.
Sorry. I thought I heard my kid crying, but it was like the Hallmark movie I have playing while she's napping to keep the dogs from screaming. And yeah, so
Do
it's
they like Hallmark movies?
the dogs. No, but it's just what automatically comes on when I turn on the TV. It used to be Bob Ross. I used to have it like
Dude,
set to Bob Ross, and something happened, and it got changed. And at one point, it was set, and like the only thing that would play would be Hell's Kitchen. I love Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen rules, dude.
Do you watch you watch Hell's Kitchen? Do you watch
Oh, wait,
any like
sorry. It's not Hell's Kitchen I've watched. I know the concept. I watch Kitchen Nightmares.
oh yeah, where he goes to different
Yeah.
restaurants and just yells at people?
Yeah.
God, yeah, I know, dude. There was one time where he met his match because this one guy, you could tell he was like a convict or something, and he had something to say for every little thing
Yeah,
he did. And then like at one point, like Gordon Ramsay broke. It was cool. You should have been there. Um,
I'll be there next time. Sorry,
Yeah.
Gordon.
yeah. Do you watch any like? This is so bad. Do you watch any like the reality dating shows like Love Is Blind? or
We'll
anything?
watch sometimes me and my wife. I'm unfortunately the kind of guy that's like I don't want to watch that stupid stuff, and then 3 episodes in, I'll be like, so what's this guy's deal?
Yes,
Should be
yes.
like explaining it, because women love to explain. They love for you to not watch it so they can explain it to you.
Really,
It's
me
like,
and my wife just watch it because it's just like this person is wild.
that one.
Did you watch any of it?
Yeah. So I didn't catch this past season. I don't even remember what season she had me watching before. I did watch with her this weekend. Uh, the newest episodes where they're like breaking up, and this guy is just like, I don't know what you wanted. You're crazy, and she's like, I'm not crazy, and it's like
She is crazy
I
though.
just looked at this.
Talking about the girl with the like permanent like
Yeah.
outside his like frowny face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't think of what she looked like, but dude, just a frowny face. She looks like that one hound dog from all the cartoons. Was
Oh,
like,
the droopy dog.
The droopy dog.
Yeah,
But I can't remember what his name
I think
is.
his name is just Droopy Dog.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Something like that. But I saw that and I couldn't unsee it. But yeah, that bitch is crazy. Like she was like, he was gone for an hour and a half, and she was like, "Hey, you definitely fucked her."
The whole show is crazy. Like
The whole concept is nuts.
it is, because what if like you get to the end and the person's ugly? Well, I don't know. My wife said that was her real problem with the show, is that the issue is nobody who is in the show is ugly. Like they're all conventionally attractive.
I
in
feel
some
like
way.
the newest gang was a little bit more mid than the last.
Yeah, I feel like
Finally.
the worst you can get, like the one, the blonde guy who kind of like you can tell his hairline is kind of receding, but he's still like jacked at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
still a tall
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like last season it was a bunch of people trying to be famous off the show, and like they really didn't give a fuck. And now it's kind of like a mixed bag.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the worst show for that out of all these is Love Island.
Oh, I
You
had
guys watch that one?
no.
Love Island is this show where I think they put them like they sequester them away from everybody, put them in like a mansion type deal, but they
Okay.
don't have phones. And the thing is, after watching it for long enough, I looked at Robin and I was like, they just walk around half naked and work out. Like everybody on that show is like jacked,
Mm-hmm.
they're hot, and they are like fit as can be, and they don't have phones. I don't think they're
They're
allowed to have-
basically getting a free workout, getting
Yeah.
to get as jacked as possible for 6 weeks without
Yeah.
having any of the regular responsibilities.
literally, like they're not allowed to like have I think they don't really have books either, because that's not good for TV either, but they just kind of like sitting around, like they don't watch.
Sit around and fuck.
Yeah, they don't watch TV, they don't watch. Well, the thing about Love Island is that they're all sleeping in the same room.
Ugh.
You like show up and
So do people bang while they're all in the same bed, or do they just go,
weird? So it's like
it's a huge orgy? Oh no!
you show up. Love Island. Oh, dude, that would be great. They're all in separate beds, but that's my new pitch for Love Island. Is they're all in one bed, like Charlie and the Chocolate
Oh, they're
Factory
all in.
style.
I thought they were all in the same bed.
No,
dude,
but
for
that'd be
real.
rule- that'd
I'm
rule,
sorry,
dude.
I'm a crazy person.
No, I do that rule like grandpa style, like Charlie's grandpa style. Where
Yeah.
they're all, like feet touching to each other.
I don't know, just one giant room of bed,
Yeah,
like
no.
a shack, just sleeping in Shaq's bed, all of them.
Dude, have you seen the like life size Shaq cutouts?
No, but I
Yeah.
would want one in this room if it could fit.
Office Depot has them because I guess he had some kind of sponsorship, and I walked past it and I looked up and I was like, oh my god, that's life size is Shaq. And I went to this coffee shop around here and it's in their rafters. They had one and I looked up and I was like, that's Shaq looking down.
And it's at Office Depot?
Yeah, they have Office Depot.
Oh, dude, there's one right down the road. I'm
Seems
gonna
like
see if I can get it.
You just go in there and be like, can I have Shaq? Can I take Shaq home with me?
Yeah.
Like he's a dog. Be like, can I take this guy? Big Shaq.
Big Shaq.
They're like, that's
If you buy all the paper in there. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy all the paper in there.
It'd be like, I'm gonna spoon feed him corn grits, and they're gonna be like, that's a cutout. You know, it's not really Shaq. And I'll take care of him. I promise.
He's gonna be my best friend.
Yeah, we'll go places and be like, this is Shaq.
We'll bring him out to the club and be like, yeah, I'm here with my tall buddy. You see him? He's over there.
Oh, Neil, he's a doctor. Did you know that he has a doctorate?
I thought he was a sheriff too.
He dominated the NBA and then decided it was time to load up on side quests.
Yes, and he's like a DJ, and like he ain't bad either. He's like,
I have my friend goes.
it's so funny to see him in a wave of people at like a concert, and he's just like one big giant
They look
in
like
a swarm of rich kids.
they look like they are worshiping some kind of idol, dude. Like in an olden day, he'd be their god.
He would. I get how kings become. If
Yeah.
you see that guy, he should naturally rule us all.
Like the king of England should have always been a guy who was over 7 feet tall. Like no matter I
the
don't care
biggest guy.
who was born to who. Like if you're not over 7 feet, get out of here. I got a friend that goes to LSU, or he went to LSU, he just graduated, and he was like, somebody like flamed him in the group chat, and he just replied, "Shut the fuck up, DJ Diesel is on." And we were like, "Who?" And he said in all caps, "DJ Diesel is on." And then afterwards, he was like, "That was incredibly fun. DJ Diesel is Shaq."
Yep,
And we were
yep.
like, "What? What?" This is crazy.
I wonder where they're. I guess Panama City is like one of the last few places for spring break. Miami just broke up with spring break, like $100 parking,
Dude.
curfews, like real Nazi shit.
I hate that city, and I hope that they tank their tourism because
Yeah.
of it.
It's so funny that all these Cubans move there and then make it Cuba.
The thing is, they were like, "Oh man, no spring break," because they had like fights and stuff, and it's like, isn't like GTA based on the outside of your city? It's a party city. That's what they do.
That's why people go there.
Yeah, like in the summertime,
Leave.
it's no different. But they're like, no spring breakers. Like,
It's
all
just
right.
rich people want to control their rich land and stuff.
All
Yeah.
their cocaine money, all
Yeah.
their drug money, FBI.
I want to walk my dog and I have to listen to the youths. Oh. Actually, it's pretty dangerous. Like, there's a lot of.
There's a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
A lot of spring break.
But you know what? It serves as a warning to like good kids. Like, oh
Yeah.
wow, I'm glad I didn't have money to go there, and I was just sitting here working because I could have gotten shot.
I never had a good spring break. Like I had the
Yeah.
week off, but I never like.
Yeah, because the only ones that have good spring breaks are women and super jack dudes.
Yeah. None of my friends ever went anywhere, did anything. I was like, I'm gonna go. They kick you out of the dorms for the week, so just go home. Be sitting at home.
Where'd you go to school?
West Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, they shut down the dorms at Thanksgiving and spring break. They're like, you gotta leave.
Damn. So you just went where?
I went home. Go home.
Nice.
If you for spring break, I'm gonna go back to buttfuck Alabama. Chill out. That's what everybody
just
do.
do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Go.
chilling.
I'm gonna go work on the farm.
Literally, it's like I'm gonna go. I think I had a roommate once. I was like, I'm gonna go work in the vet's office for the week. It's like, okay,
Okay.
all right, worst girl moment.
Anyways, well, this has been a good episode. Actually, this is
Yeah.
perfect time.
Crushed it.
Yo, wow, Hunter, it's been nice seeing you,
Yeah,
dude.
nice seeing
Please come back. We're gonna. You're like off this week, right?
My
or-
spring break's off the end of the month.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be cranking out more episodes with Hunter, for sure. But or whatever. This has been 7 Degrees of Funny.